Hello, I'm Alan Coyne. In this presentation, I'll be talking about recent research into the ethical aspects of brain-computer interface technology for our paper, The Ethical Aspects of BCI Technology: What is the State of the Art? Our research follows from previous research conducted by Burwell and colleagues, which was the first comprehensive BCI ethics scoping review conducted. The research was conducted in 2016, and it analyzed 42 academic articles relevant to BCI ethics. In 2020, we found that nearly as many articles had been published in the time since this comprehensive scoping review was done as were published beforehand. While Burwell and colleagues only considered articles about BCI ethics specifying human subjects, we expanded our search to include applications involving animals and other subjects such as brain organoids. We identified 34 relevant articles, and in order to identify trends and areas of concern or debate among researchers and ethicists, we analyzed a representative sample of 7 articles, or roughly 20%. Based on the abductive inference approach to qualitative research, we used the thematic framework developed by Burwell and colleagues to identify and map the overarching themes and the ethical issues posed by BCIs. The map identifies 8 specific ethical concerns that define the conceptual space of the ethics of BCI as a field of research. In the updated sample, we were able to locate mentions of all 8 categories, with some ethical issues such as autonomy being mentioned much more frequently than others. Notably, autonomy is represented in a greater proportion of articles in our sample than was previously identified by Burwell. Research ethics and informed consent was also frequently mentioned. The main consensus among the ethicists that discussed this was that it is very important to obtain informed consent and make sure that the subjects are aware of all possible implications of the BCI technology before consenting to use. Responsibility was also mentioned multiple times, but only one article went into significant detail about who would be responsible for potentially dangerous or illegal BCI technology use. While there have been notable advancements in BCI and brain-to-brain technology, and the body of literature of the ethical aspects of BCI technology has grown substantially since 2016, our findings suggest that the original taxonomy developed by Burwell and colleagues remains a useful framework for understanding the body of literature, specifically on the social factors of the ethics of BCI. We recommend expanding the discussion of the physical and psychological effects of BCI technology. The publicly available information on commercial BCI endeavors, such as Neuralink, frequently mentions experiments with increasingly complex and even sentient animals, such as Neuralink's demonstration of their technology using live pigs. The lack of ethical scrutiny of these studies is a cause for concern. Secondly, while the risks of physical harm from BCI are fairly well understood and covered in the literature, further research is needed to understand emerging psychological factors in BCI ethics, examining how human-AI intelligence symbiosis, brain-to-brain networking, and other novel applications of this technology may affect psychological well-being in humans.